Ah, whoa, this again. Sort of. Sort of this again. Not really. I didn't actually have a plan. There it is. There it is. Got it. Got it. Okay, good to go. Good to go. Hi. Hello, everybody. I know it's been a week. I missed last week's stream. I was out with my friend. You'll have to forgive me. So I hope you've had a good 2 weeks. I certainly have. Been kind of crazy for the YouTube channel. 1 million views. 1 million views. 1 million clicks. Twice that many eyeballs. Kind of crazy. Very gratifying. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A lot of work done on Heroes videos. A lot of work done on others' videos. It's just been productive and good. Yeah. What about you? How was your week? 2 weeks. It's been a moment. So, for this stream, it's going to be kind of like the last tier list stream that I did, except for the other team. And I actually didn't come up with this idea on my own. My friend on the Discord, he was talking about heroes he didn't like to match into. And I was like, you're a genius. I'm stealing your idea. So thanks, Dill. Thanks for the stream. Haha. We'll just give it a couple of minutes for everybody to get in here. And I apologize if you hear me bumping into my microphone today. My pop filter is not cooperating. Being a little annoying. It just won't, for whatever reason, it just won't bend in the right way. It's sticking out, it's poking me in the chest. Maybe I can... Maybe it'll work? No, not looking likely. As everything settles in, as people trickle in. Oops. An error already. No, it's fine. No? What are you talking about? Anyways. As people trickle in. We could... No, I should wait for that too. I should wait for all that as well. Got some announcements. Got some plans for the future of the HOTS channel as well. Because if you've noticed, I started the second channel and I'm starting to put all my non-hot stuff on it, and it is actually going kind of okay. Not bad for just like a week and a half of re-releasing videos that I've already made. We'll get into it. We'll get into it. Don't you worry. Oh, that's some good coffee. I see you in there, my handful of viewers. Don't be shy. Good morning. Oh. I'm also trying something a little bit new with the stream. I got Streamlabs up for the first time. Finally working. So, there may be some technical difficulties. There may be some things that I'm not aware of. Hello, MMZ. However you pronounce your name. So forgive me if the stream fucks up a little bit. That's my bad. That's my inexperience. Yeah. I'm just looking at Streamlabs. How does it know? That's what I want to know. How does it know? Is that it? There we go. Mute. Don't beep in my ear. Silly Streamlabs. For this video, for this stream, we're doing heroes that I really hate seeing on the other team once I get into quick match. Once the loading screen pops up, and I see what the other team is, how they make me feel. Yes, that's right. It's a subjective tier list based on emotions and experience. Ooh, how the internet loves that. Morning, Fox. It's still beeping at me. Why? It takes a minute for the chat to trickle in as well, so just give it a second. Unless Disable, disable, disable. I really wish it didn't. Oh, there it is. Alerts volume 0. Haha, take that. Take that, Streamlabs. Now you'll not mess my train of thought. What was I saying? What was I saying before I was so rudely interrupted by my software? Oh yeah, I suspect that this list will be a little bit different compared to the last one, because the last one was about matching into heroes on my team, heroes on, a link to the tier list, or do I have a link to the tier list, or can we also something I found online? No, I'm making this now. I'm making this live. This one specifically, or do you mean the last one? Because the last one, I just have to grab a screenshot from the stream, and then I can post it on the Discord. But for this one, no, we're doing it live. We're here right now. This is happening in real time. What is silly to me is it's still beeping at me. Why? I muted notifications. And I muted... Oh, this one. This template. I mean, you go to tierlistmaker.com and set it up that way. I just grabbed all these icons, or I just grabbed off the wiki, and I have them in a file. I suppose I could upload the template. We'll see. We'll worry about that. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Oh, there's the chat just peeking in from the top of the screen. Just a little more, just a few more. There we go. There, now it's quiet. Now it's nope, it's still beeping at me. Well, I guess I'll just have to deal with that. Whatever. Have I considered destroying all the technology around me? Every second of my life. Doesn't make any sense. Like I said, I've not used Streamlabs before. This is the first time I'm using it, and it is so it's gonna have a little technical difficulties. It's gonna be a little well, it's gonna have some kinks. We're doing this live. I'm not a streamer. I'm not a streamer. I don't do video streams. Morning, Vern. Yes. These are really great for engagement, I gotta be honest. People love their lists. People love them. And it's just a good excuse to talk about Heroes of the Storm. We all love Heroes of the Storm here, right? Right, yes we do. Some more than others. It also depends on the day. Some days I've just noticed that I have a duplicate hero icon. Isn't that crazy? How did you sneak in there? Well, no fixing it now. Ugh. And that's actually another thing I wanted to talk about, the streaming on the channel, because I'm probably going to do less of it. Not the Heroes Saturday streams, not this one. I'm gonna keep the Saturday one, but like during the week and stuff, maybe only a day. It takes a lot. Funny enough, it takes more time than I'm willing to put into it to stream. Is the duplicate icon for if it's a good or a bad player? No, it's just me being sloppy. I thought I got rid of them all, but I missed one. Whoops. Yeah, well, streaming is like... I don't find it super enjoyable, and it was never the plan for the channel, and it takes a lot more time. Time that I could use making my videos better, to be perfectly honest. We can get into the nitty-gritty of whether or not it's a good player when the hero goes on the board. I was just gonna put him up there based on my average experience, based on the average player. Because you're right. A lot of these really depend on whether or not it's someone with experience and who's actually trying to win, and someone who's just playing it because lol, heroes lol. Hello, Gottlieb. To hell with Sylvanas. Right with you there. I'm so sick of the Windrunners. Whatever, fuck it. Let's just get started. This is enough. This is enough to go on. Alright. Okay. Time to get the old noggin jogging. First hero to match into. We're just gonna go in order, I suppose. Abathur. You know, I would rather, given the option, just not play an Abathur game, just like at all. I would rather just not. But that doesn't happen, especially in solo queue quick match. In fact, you might as well call solo queue quick match Abathur games. And that being said, when he's on my team, I'm not really a fan, but when he's on the other team, I find him a lot more manageable, because it's kind of just a game knowledge check. It's just an int check. Abathur players are going, alright, let's see if the enemy team knows how to play the game. Kind of annoying, but usually you can get people on board to like push a lane or something. At least in my experience. He drops his mule, you mention it in the chat, and then people will push the tower down. Early game, you have the body advantage, so you can push the lane. It's just kind of annoying. He's not like too much trouble. You know? Yeah, Abathur players do heavily rely on their teammates, especially early game, but a couple of heroes are like that. I personally prefer having the bodies, but when the Abathur's on the other team, I'm confident enough in my own skills and game knowledge, and usually, more often than not, you can rally your team to make a push or to have a plan or something, even if the plan's not that great. As long as you're working together. But if I had the choice, I'd rather just not play an Abathur game. Anyways, Alarak. Kind of in the same boat there. The average Alarak player is kind of meat. There are some scary Alaraks out there. But there's only like 4 of them. And the average Alarak player dies. He's very squishy. He's got a lot of dangerous abilities. But he pops. He explodes. With just like 2 people focusing him. So I don't actually mind going up against the average Alarak. It's just fine. It could go either way. Most of the time they find themselves out of position. They get a little strung out and isolated, and then they just die. Most of the time. There's like 4 Alarak players. When I see them on the other team, I'm like, well, let's see how long we can draw this game out. Because it's not gonna be fun. Not gonna be a win. Polly, if you're here. Happy Feet, if you're here. Doubt it, though. Yeah, and he does have a big target on his head. People are more than happy to shoot the Alarak. Ooh, I actually didn't consider this one. Alexstrasza. I see her on the other team. You know, having put almost 0 thought into this tier list beforehand, and the fact that you guys bring up the difference between good players and bad players, and I'm just trying to aggregate all my experiences into this stream, it's actually kind of hard to put these somewhere, because, like you said, like a good Alex, untouchable. But a bad Alex? I guess that's not really a useful thought to have. Discard it, throw it away. Be gone, thought. Be gone. Alexstrasza. Do I like seeing her on the other team? She's kind of just a heal bot, really. And she puts a target on the ground to aim at, to clump her team up. The smart ones know how to place it well. The average Alex probably also places it decently well. I don't really feel strongly either way about Alexstrasza. She can put on a ton of heals. She's not like over... She's not like... Oh. She's not oppressive. She just has big healing numbers. Although, no. You know what? Lifebinder. Lifebinder is annoying as balls. What is it worth? Bumping her up to UG? 50 second ultimate, 50-second ultimate, conditional ancestral on 2 targets. No, she's just fine. I'm not super worried. I don't get super upsetty spaghetti when I see Alex on the other team. No, not at all. Ana. There's not a lot of Ana players. And when you do run into one of them, they take vampire rounds. Stop trying to make vampire rounds work. It's never going to work. Yeah, no. Sometimes they stand way, way in the back, and you can, like, flank and get the old lady all on your own sim while her team is fighting. Like, she's watching her team is fighting, and you could just walk around the darkness, walk around in the fog, and tag her. Or she stands too far back and can't actually support her team, or she stands too far forward trying to get vampire rounds. Why? What are you doing? Just play Nazeebo if you like dings. Seriously. One grenade, one Ana grenade heals more than you will ever get in vampire rounds. Like you push W and you heal yourself. Silly Ana players. Silly stackers. What are you doing with your lives? Goodness gracious. Get some help. Even with the anti-heal on the grenade, I'm still, like, not super threatened when I see Ana on the other team. One person I am, though, is Anduin. He is just a really solid healer. I'm still an advocate for putting Anduin as the baby healer, as the one that you get for free when you start Heroes of the Storm. I don't know why it's still Tyrande. That's stupid. Why is Tyrande the starting healer? How many more healers would we have if the first one new players got was not Tyrande? That's crazy. I think Anduin should be the first healer people get. That life grip, that leap of faith, anyone can do it, and it's a free save. Very annoying. Thankfully, he can only do it every so often. Light Bomb's annoying. Salvation is less annoying. But the Anduins that know how to get away with Salvation, even against crowd control heavy teams, super annoying. He doesn't have a crazy heal profile. He's got that cast time. Flash heal only heals one target. Untalented. His W is not great in emergencies. But he's just really solid overall. Don't like seeing him on the other team. Don't like seeing Anub'arak on the other team. Squishy for tanks. Good against mages with his spell armor and shields. His on-demand shields. That cocoon wins games. Ugh. Very annoying. King can just take a hero off the board for a few seconds, and that is more than enough to win a team fight. Don't like seeing you on the other team. Plus, generally, if you do see an Anub'arak these days, they kind of know what they're doing. He's not very popular on account of being so squishy. He's always been in this weird place where, like, If they just give him just a little bit more health, it becomes absolutely oppressive. And so I think they're keeping him underpowered on purpose. He has so many stuns, he's got so much crowd control, but he pops like a beetle when you step on him. You played for a bit, you still forget your buttons? Goodness gracious. How long is a bit? How long have you been playing a bit for? Ugh. Again, sorry if I bumped my pop filter into my microphone. The support stand is not cooperating today. I don't know why. Maybe the change in seasons has fucked with it. The temperature is different. Oh yeah, you're right. He can also keep pushes going with his beetles. An often overlooked advantage. Artanis? I'm gonna be real. I like seeing him on the other team. There's free stacks. There's free damage. He can't get away. They don't always land their swaps. They don't always have the god swaps. They are just a big old health bar that fights and fights and fights and fights and fights. Getting those auto attack stacks. Trying for those god swaps. Easy meat. Easy meat. Love seeing Artanis on the other team. I'm like, ooh, we're gonna get our quests done today. Can be strong in the right hands. Needs a lot of support. I mean, am I wrong, Mango? Am I wrong? When you come across an Artanis on the other team, don't you get just a little bit excited? Don't you get just a little bit happy knowing that there's going to be someone in your face who has to be good to be dangerous? Don't you know? I don't hate the hero. I don't hate the hero. This list is not a list of heroes that I hate or if they're bad or nothing. These are just what I think when we match into them, when I match into them. So, thank you, Artanis, for being you. Stay on the other team, please. Arthas. Well, this one has changed recently. With the recent Arthas rework, I saw a lot of them. But now that I think about it, I haven't seen that many in the past week. I think people gave him a try and were like, what do you mean I have to frontline? What do you mean I don't have any escapes? What do you mean I'm just gonna die? Yeah, that kind of fell off pretty quick, eh? This is definitely gonna be affected by recency bias, because honestly, I did quite enjoy farming Arthas for the past couple of weeks. Because people were just trying him. People who never played Arthas were trying him, and they just died all the time. Hi, Spider. You know, it would be one of these. I think like a week ago it would be this. But I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put him as easy. He doesn't have any escapes. He can heal himself, unlike Artanis. He can root people. He's got crowd control and stuff, but like, you kind of need a specific team for Arthas. You can't really just play him, you know? By yourself. It's kind of crazy. You kind of need a team for Arthas. Yeah. Kind of up in the air with the changes. Oriel. I do not like matching into an Oriel. They are fucking annoying. Their heal is on such a fast cooldown. They can heal their whole team. They got the Crystal. They got the Resurrect, which isn't actually that great. But it's still. Oriel can prevent so many picks. I hate seeing them on the other team. No, thank you. Go away. Be gone, Angel. Go away. Shoot. Unless I'm playing Mephisto, then I love matching into Oriels because I take Durance of Hate and her ultimates aren't real anymore. Oh man, playing Mephisto into Oriel is so much fun. So much fun. The enemy team is grouped up all the time. No matter, you could just time out the Resurrect, you could just time the Crystal with Durance of Hate and you get free kills all the time. But usually I'm not playing Mephisto, so fuck this hero. Fuck this hero. Usually I'm playing mages. Surprise. And she just negates all mage damage because her cooldown on her heal is either the same or faster than the mage's abilities, and so she can just heal more damage. She can heal more than the damage you can deal. Yeah. She does require a team. You're right. But like, for me, in my experience, it's very annoying. Or even if you play like melee assassins or any other frontline, or you chase people, she can just flip you away. She's very good at denying picks. Azmodan. Oh, Azmodan. Oop. Especially with the changes. Azmodan is just not that great. I'm gonna be honest. Used to be my favorite hero. And now he's just a boring-ass PvP mage, and he fucking sucks. Before, he could kind of fit into any team, because you could farm off of minions, but with the nerf on his Q to my minion damage, it's not worth it. It takes so much time. You might as well just play Nazeebo. You might as well just play another mage. Because if you're going to play Azmodan, you need to get your stacks ASAP. You need those stacks. When he's got his orbs, it's not bad. You can dunk the whole team. You do a whole bunch of damage. They're pretty heavy. He's got some big old balls. But you have to stack. You have to stack. And people are still playing Azmodan like a PvE lane pusher. He can do that, sure. But you're leaving a lot of damage on the table if you don't get your orb stacked. And it takes for fucking ever to stack off of minions now. It takes forever. It's just not worth it. It's just not. He used to be my favorite hero, but they just gutted him. Thanks, Janitor. Used to be. Is no longer. Every time I try to get away with playing him, I just think to myself, I might as well have played KT or KTZ or just anything else. Any other mage. The demons suck. Sure, they do better single target damage now, but who gives a fuck when they die in one auto attack? I was promised that my summons would have more HP to make up for the fact that it degrades over time. This did not happen. Taking the Immolate away? Huge nerf. You gotta spend your Q to clear creep now, to clear a whole bunch of other summons. You can't reveal stealthies anymore by just throwing demons in wherever you think they might be. They don't automatically slow people who happen to walk into their immolation aura. Now they have to actually be hit by the demon's auto attacks to get that slow from the talent at level 13. Yeah, no, he just fucking sucks. Fucking dude. Fucking shitty ass. Fucking Heist Rider. Fucking stupid ass. Fucking fuck you, Azmodan. Yeah. Yeah. He's kind of free when you see him. Just hit him. He stands far back, but just go get him. Go get him. He's fat. He can't run away. Just hit him. Hit his ass. Blaze. I don't have any strong feelings one way or another. I'm thinking. Yeah, no, I don't really have any strong feelings one way or another about Blaze. Yeah, that was the one. I had two Kiras on here. Just ignore one. I don't want to reset this whole thing now that we've started. That'd just be ridiculous. There were a couple other duplicates. I guess I just missed that one. Blaze. Blaze, 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 Blaze. I'm never really scared of a Blaze, but you also gotta respect the Blaze. He can take a lot of damage. He's got those debuffs. He can slow everybody. Not really like a huge threat, but you can't be lazy. Can't get caught slacking. Oh boy, oh boy. Boy, do I not like matching into a Brightwing. Not at all. Not at all. Super annoying hero. Hard to pin down. Good heals. Good spell armor. Got some move speed. Polymorph. Super strong ability. Point and click crowd control is the strongest. The strongest thing you can do in Heroes of the Storm. Point and click CC. If you want to win games, find a hero with point and click CC, play them. Because, geez, if you could just stop a hero from doing things at the push of a button, it's really powerful. Really, really powerful. Hard to pin down. Rescue Ranger Brightwing saves her team all the time. The blink heal. You can just get out of trouble. You can blink to Abathur Mines. Yeah, I'm giving up your secrets, Bribewing. I'm giving up your secrets. You can just blink to Abathur Mines. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Thanks for the follow, Akfula. You can just blink to basically anything. Anything that you can select, you can blink to. It's crazy. Just like Oriel, she can save people from your picks. Her passive heal can be crunched through. You can outdamage it, but it's all of her other stuff. It's all of the rest of her kit. That's the problem. Yeah, I really like having a Brightwing on my team. I don't like seeing Brightwing on the other team. Not one bit. Oh, well. Speaking of things I like to see on the other team. Woo! Oh, would you look at that? What a surprise. Free meat! Yeah. Butcher is a pub stomper. He's good at punishing uncoordinated teams, good at punishing new players. But he falls off pretty quick. Falls off pretty quick once you start matching against people who know what they're doing. You know, you pick him off a couple of times early game and watch him sheepishly farm minions for like 14 minutes. Always a good time. Always funny to see. Where'd Butcher go? Oh, he's in the top lane. Alright, we don't have to worry about him for half the game. It takes, if you catch every minion wave perfectly, it takes 14.5 minutes to stack with Butcher, just with PvE. 14.5 minutes just off of minions to get 200 meat stacks. 14.5 minutes. If you catch every single wave perfectly, every single minion. 14.5 minutes. Yes, yes. That's a long time. That's basically the whole game. So you, newbie butchers, you, vegan butchers, going off to farm minions, just know that it takes 14.5 minutes. That's a long time. You might be more useful as just an initiator, just as a walking stun. If you fall behind on Butcher, you kind of just have to accept the fact that you may not get your meat stacks, and since everyone's waiting for you, you might as well be the one who pulls the trigger. Alright, time to fight. Rah! You blow up, but everyone dump their cooldowns on you, so your team wins the follow-up fight. It can work. It can work. Love seeing him on the other team. Oh, right. Cassia's in this game. Does anyone play Cassia? Does anyone use this hero? I know like one guy who plays Cassia. I don't know. I never see Cassia. I never see her. Never. I don't even think she needs a rework, Horse Rage. I don't even think she's bad, but like people just don't play her. I don't know why. Like her wave clear's not that great, but she can still do it. She's great. She's actually really good at securing kills. She does a ton of damage. I think it's because she's so micro heavy. She's very busy. She doesn't have she doesn't have great range. So she's got to be close to the fight. Which leaves her vulnerable, but she's got 30 armor as long as you keep moving. As long as you keep moving. That's the thing. You gotta keep moving. I just never see her, so I don't know. I don't know about this one. Let me know what you think. Chen. Oh, well, with the recent rework, it's not as great for Chen. Could go either way, though. That stacking fire damage is crazy. That's insane. I've seen Chen put a dot on people for like half their health. They'll just jump on a squishy, puke all over them, and then their whole health bar goes brown. Like, oh, holy smokes, what did you do to Chen? Yeah, Barrel's a pain in the ass. I don't really feel strongly about Chen one way or another. All the ones in the middle are going to be kind of boring to talk about because I don't have any strong feelings about them. He's got a mythic quest, instant, above, easy, and free. Okay, sure, why not? Why not? Usually the panda's on my team. Oh, this one's gonna be not what you expect. This is not gonna be what you expect. I actually like matching into Cho'Galls. I actually really do. Because, hang on, where's Gull? Where'd you go? Where'd you go, buddy? I gotta put them both up there. Where'd he go? There you are. I actually really like matching into the Ogre. Because he forces you to have a perfect fundamental game. You need to use all your basic game knowledge to beat the Ogre. Because if he hits level 16, it's kind of a free win for Cho'Gall. So, you need to have a good early game, you need to have your rotations on point, you need to get all the camps, you need to be ready to team fight, you need to be prepared to lose a couple of team fights, but you need to, above all else, have more XP than the other team. You need to get bigger and stay bigger than the Ogre, and you can only do that if you're really good at the fundamentals of Heroes of the Storm. So I really like matching into him because I play this game way too fucking much, and so I know how to beat the Ogre. I know how to beat him. And most people play Cho'Gall because they want that free win. They want to just hit level 16 and win the game. So if you can stop them from doing that, if you stay bigger than the Ogre and you win early, Cho'Gall is not a problem. It's just, it's fucking up. You're not allowed to fuck up. That's the thing. So I really like playing against Cho'Gall. I wouldn't say it's easy, but again, the top of the tier list is heroes I really hate matching into, and the bottom is the ones I like matching into more, and I like matching into Cho'Gall more often than not, even if my team isn't perfectly equipped to deal with him. Like, there's no percent damage or anything. Generally, the people I play with have fairly good fundamentals. So we can just take them out pretty easy. It's all about the basics. Yeah. Hi, Funky. Oh, you're on YouTube this time, not Twitch? What? What? Hi, Edman. I'm gonna do a couple more of these, and then I'll get to my little announcement, my little idea that I teased at the end of the Varian video. Just a couple more of these. Chromie, she used to be incredibly dangerous. She used to be super oppressive. But now she's kind of rare to see. If she's wasting her time clearing waves, that's really good. For your team. Assuming she's on the other team. I haven't run into a Chromie recently where I'm like, oh god damn it. This bitch, she's so difficult. I don't know. Whatever. Whatever. I don't really have anything to say. Oh yeah? Well, that's 2 people. In a pool of I don't know how many. She can be pretty annoying. I only ever see her in ARAM. She used to be she used to be like in every single quick match game. She was the mage. And then they nerfed her and people stopped playing her. I remember those days. God, I hated matching into Chromie in those days. Now she's just not there. Every hero's had their time to shine, to be perfectly honest. Except for maybe D.Va. Free stacks, free XP. The mech gives XP, and D.Va wants to take damage. Isn't that silly? What a silly hero. The mech kill gives half a kill of XP. And D.Va is trying to get up in your face. This is just... she's not, like, super dangerous. She's just kind of a nuisance. She's just kind of annoying. Sure, she can get into the back line and stick to a hero and stuff like that, but she doesn't do a ton of damage. And, like, her little boop is... it's annoying, but whatever. Her ults are annoying, but, like, whatever. The bomb, you just walk away from it. It's not, like, super dangerous. I don't really respect D.Va. I don't really respect D.Vas. Not at all. See D.Va on the other enemy team, and it's like, oh, yay. I'm glad that they wasted their hero pick. Not that she can't be effective, but there's better heroes. There's better ones. Yeah, she's not scary. You're not scared to see a D.Va. Not like you're scared to see a Deathwing. Yeah, her wave clear's not great, her damage isn't great, her abilities aren't that great. She gives half a hero's worth of XP when you kill her mech. Yeah. Eat you for breakfast. Deathwing. Deathwing. I actually really like fighting the dragons. Again, if you know what you're doing, Deathwing isn't super threatening. There are, however, situations where Deathwing can just land in the middle of your team and not die, which is kind of scary. I'm a little ambivalent, to be perfectly honest. I like when the dragon's on my team, I like when the dragon's on the other team. I like fighting the dragons. I like fighting with the dragon. I like the dragon check. I like it. I like it a lot. I like the dragon minigame. No matter what. I just like him. I like him a lot. Old Deathwing pre-patch? I don't remember anything. I don't remember anything past 3 days ago. What? A pre-patch Deathwing? Does it? What are you talking about? No, the pre-patch Deathwing is still just fine. Like, he was in ranged mode more often. Now he's in melee mode more often. But I don't mind Deathwing in any of my games, honestly. I don't mind him at all. I like the dragon. I like the dragon. Enemy dragons, friendly dragons, bad dragons, good dragons. Any dragons. What day is it today? It's announcement day. So I did tease this a little bit at the end of the Varian video. And now's as good a time as any to talk about it. I, as you no doubt know, am trying to make a living on YouTube. And Heroes of the Storm has proven to be quite reliable in terms of a niche. But, there's a bit of an audience cap. There's a bit of a limit to how high I can fly making this content. And because of that, I need to spend time not making Heroes content so that it'll grow to the point where when I finally move to America, I will be moving with a job, right? So that's what the other channel is for. Like, comment, and subscribe. Link in the description. That's what the other channel is for. More generalized gaming content to reach a broader audience so that, you know, I can, like, have a job without finding a job. If it works, fantastic. If it doesn't work, well, I'll still try. Because I managed to put myself into a situation where I could just focus on YouTube for like half a dozen years, which is kind of nice. But I'm not rich. Like, I'm just floating. I'm just floating. I can do this for a couple more years without any sort of great success, but I'm gonna start needing to have some success sooner rather than later, because in today's world, if you're just kind of floating, you're falling behind. And that said, a bunch of people have asked me to do more deep dive videos, more well-researched, more better edited, more thought out, longer videos, kind of like the KT and Asmodan video that I did like last year. The thing is, those take a lot of time, and putting out these smaller guides, more generalized guides, is paying the bills. That said, I can be bought. Now, let me bring this up here. So, I was thinking, how could I give people what they want while also spending time building my future? And I figure, since I've never really asked for stream donations or anything like that, since I've never really asked for it, why not give that a try? Now, I'm thinking, if I hit this dono goal right here that I put up here, if I hit it, then I can spend the time working on a deeper dive, longer form video for you guys. How I will track this is, naturally, the super chats, donations on stream, but I was thinking more along the lines of YouTube channel memberships and Patreon subscribers, which this number right here on screen, this number right here is how much I'm making between the Patreon and the YouTube channel memberships. This doesn't include YouTube channel revenue. This doesn't include anything beyond, well, the channel memberships and the Patreon subs. And I would think that this, or I want this to be like a rolling total. So like, if we don't hit the 300, which I believe is a fair enough price for these little videos, if we don't hit that, then it's just going to keep going up and up and up until it does. And then at that point, I can spend the time on a video. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like if we get to like 250 out of $300, then the next month we start at 250. Eh? You know? That makes sense, right? If that's something you'd like, awesome, great, fantastic, thank you. If you just want to enjoy the content for free, well, I can't stop you, that's what it's there for. Can you pay me to play my most hated HOTS character for a month? It's dollars, MMZ. It's dollars, not subs. Dollars. I've never really thought about stream donations, because like I said before, I don't really want this to be a streaming channel. I just kind of started doing the streams on Saturdays without thinking. And, well, here we are. Streaming takes a lot of time. More than I'm willing to put into it. I might stream maybe once more during the week. Probably on the other channel, doing non-hot stuff, but I'll keep the Saturday stuff for Heroes of the Storm. It's like, you know, we're here already. Might as well. You don't have to. You don't have to donate. I'm just putting it out there, and if you want to, there it is. Hi, Odyssey. How much for the 1 month? A month of slug game? A month? A month of slug gameplay. $9,001. Yeah, so it's just, there it is. That's the announcement. If you want to, I got links all over the channel. I got the link in the description as well. There's also the chats and the stuff that you can do. It's up to you. I'm moving on now. Deckard Cain. I'm not really that scared of enemy Deckards. But, I don't see that many. Yes. Deckard Cain? No, kind of fine. He's got a lot of crowd control, but his heals aren't super fantastic. Not scary. His ults can be kind of annoying. A good sleep can win a team fight. Tornado is great peels. Tornado is hilarious. I love Tornado more than I like Sleep, even though I think Sleep is far more effective. Tornado is just so funny. Especially the 20 Tornado upgrade. That's a lot of fun. You get into a team fight in like a hallway or something like that. And then there's like 6 tornadoes. That's always a good time. You squish them all together, you get like a little pincer maneuver on your tornadoes. Yeah, he's more of a support than a healer, honestly. He can, like, he can heal well, but it's a little bit different compared to all the other ones. I'm never that scared of a Deckard. Dehaka, though. Dehaka. Haven't seen a lot of them recently. If it was, like, before Christmas, it'd be pretty scary. Oh, hey Fox, how it doing done? It do. Kind of annoying though. Globals are always a pain in the ass. Having to deal with a global randomly in quick match, always annoying. Because they always get the last laugh. They get the last say on the direction of the minion wave, because they can. He's got really big cooldowns though. Like, his abilities take a while to come back. You could go through 2 rotations of yours before Dehaka is off cooldown. Yeah, right? Yeah. Don't see him that often anymore, so I'm just gonna put him here from, like, residual experience. Let's see. Diablo. The Lord of Terror. The Big Devil. The Demon. He's got a lot of point-and-click crowd control. He can get caught out of position. It doesn't matter, though. He's got souls quite often. It's pretty easy to get souls these days. He's also very map-dependent. I'm still going to put him here. Because of Shadow Charge, I'm going to put him here. He can just get where he needs to in a team fight. Like, if he needs to get into the backline, he can just charge the backline. Rah! If he needs to get a target, he can just do it. He can just pick a target. He's very chunky. Got a lot of HP. Devil's Due at level 1. Can make him heal a lot. Spell Armor Talent at level 1. Can make him tank a lot. Oh, I can summarize why Abba is in UG. It's because he is an intelligence check for your team. But because he's not in your face like Cho'Gall, because he's not always on the map like Cho'Gall, people forget about him. And it's Abathur games. It's an Abathur game. Abathur games also require fundamentals, but he's not in your face like Cho'Gall is, so you can forget about Abathur. And you have to like encourage your team. You have to be like, come on guys, let's go do a push. Come on, let's go get him. Whereas Cho'Gall, it's like, oh fuck, there's the ogre, and people just react to it. That's what streaming is, Dracon. It's me repeating myself, so it's no problem. I've come to accept that I'm just going to be repeating myself every 5 to 20 minutes. It's totally fine. ETC. Very, very, very annoying to fight against. Even the bad ones. Power Slide is very strong. The Boop is very strong. Excuse me. There's Mosh. He's got a global as well. He's pretty squishy as far as tanks go. He does really good damage. It's good hero. Good hero. Do not want to fight him. No, thank you. Falstad. I have mixed feelings about current Falstad. But I'm going to put him on the tier list based on what I've seen the most. And what I see the most is fucking W-Build Falstad. And you know where W-Build Falstad goes? That's where he goes. That's where he goes. If it was a Q-Build Falstad, he'd be here. If it was an auto-attack Falstad, he'd be here. But everyone and their mother picks W-Build for some godforsaken reason. Why? Because it's easy? Because you like the dings? You're only hitting one target. His Q, while you can lose stacks when you die, does crazy burst damage and can set his team up for you can chunk people for half their health if you get even the second level of Q for Falstad, the second level of the Mythic Quest, and you go Boomerang, because Boomerang makes them take 15% more damage from spell attacks. You're just leaving so much damage on the table just so you can push W, wait 3 seconds, and then hear a couple of dings. I don't think I've ever seen... No, I've seen a couple people. I've seen a handful of Falstads finish the quest. But it never swung the game. It never swung the game. Never, ever, 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 ever. W-Build Falstad. Ugh. Yeah, goobers. Yeah, goobers. If I match against you and you pick W, I'm just gonna hit you in the face. I am. I'm just gonna shoot you. You're gonna come at me, you're gonna be like, haha, I put my W on you, I'm gonna chase you and get stacks. I'm just gonna hit you. Even if I die, I'm just gonna hit you to teach you a lesson. To teach you that you're made of bird bones. That your armor is feathers. That you have 0 HP. You will learn. You will learn the ways. Goofy ass W-Build Falstad. I remember when W-Build was actually good. What, in fucking Dreamland, Dracon? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Plus, as a global, he has very weird incentives. Only his auto-attack talent can stack off of minions. But you don't really pick Falstad as your auto-attack hero. Not really. He's real squishy. He's very squishy. Does not take a lot to make him run away. Long ago when Falstad... More talents to sustain... I don't remember that. I don't remember. So I will believe you. Fucking Falstad. Revert his changes too, Janitor. Please. I just want to Q-build Falstad while soaking waves. I don't want to have to worry about Gambit talents. All stat is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Q build is strong. Very, very strong. So freaking strong. I can't believe people take W build. I can't believe it. Oh, but I lose stacks if I die with Q build. Well, just don't. Just poke. Just poke them. Just poke and then go away. You're fast. You're far away. You can do it. You get multiple stacks. You get multiple dings per Q. You get, what, maybe like 1 or 2 or 3 stacks? 3 dings per W? You get, hitting one hero, you get at least 3 dings with your Q. Hots never died, Strongos. Hots never died. Phoenix. Ooh, goodness gracious. I hate fighting Phoenixes. They, generally, because there's not that many of them, they know how to manipulate their health pools. They play with their shields very, very well. They are easier to lock down compared to most. That teleport takes a while. But I believe they have a talent at, what is it, level 7 that just gives them 10% move speed? Something like that. They can lane, they can camp, they can auto-attack carry, they can do AoE damage. The only reason we don't see more of them is like Cassia, they're very busy. Phoenix is very, very busy, micro-intensive, and squishy. He pops like a balloon when focused. Very squishy. But the Phoenixes I do come across, the few of them, very, very, very good. Very good. Strong hero, if you can master him. Very strong. Garrosh. Oh. If you would ask me years ago, Garrosh's release, where I would put him on this list, it would be up at the tippy top. It would be up here. If you ask me these days where Garrosh would be, kind of here. Kind of here. The average orc is not that intelligent. The average orc does not think in the ways modern Garrosh requires. You gotta be a clever fuck. You gotta be sneaky. You gotta be smart if you're playing Garrosh these days, because everyone avoids you. Everyone knows to stay away from the War Chief. So you gotta come at him from weird angles. You gotta hide in a bush. You gotta loop around terrain in funny ways. If you don't take the Unstoppable at level 4, you're kind of trolling. Kind of a little bit. Just a little bit. You're kind of trolling, because you need to be able to just get through crowd control. He's so kiteable. He really is. He's so kiteable. Especially with the tiny little range nerfs these days. It sucks when you get caught and he just throws you into his team and you die, and that's why people learned. That's why people learned to stay away from the orc, because if the War Chief touches you, you fucking die. So you don't let the War Chief touch you. It's this weird arms race, this weird back and forth between Garrosh players and everyone else, where it's like Garrosh players destroy the newbies learn. The newbies avoid the Garrosh player. The Garrosh has to come at them from different ways. The newbies learn that trick. And it's just back and forth. Bounce, 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 bounce. Mind games, mind games, mind games. Personally, I don't mind fighting the Garrosh. But I can see why people don't like fighting him. Because he'll get you. He gonna get you. Where's the War Chief? Oh, there he is. You're dead. Gazlowe. I say this as someone who likes Gazlowe. He's kind of free. He's not that scary. You just avoid his stuns. Robo Goblin is not scary. His turrets, especially now. I think his turrets got a health buff. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think they got a health buff recently. They might be okay, but I don't really play him outside of ARAM. I'll take a Gazlowe if I need a bruiser with unreliable crowd control, but we don't really have crowd control. You know, he's not super scary. Gravel Bomb is fine, whatever. It can win games. I don't know. Are you guys scared of Gazlowe? Are you ever scared of a Gazlowe? Ever? Do you ever match into him and you're like, oh fuck, it's a goblin? Not really. Not for me, anyways. He doesn't clear waves super fast. He doesn't camp super fast. His damage isn't, like, crazy bursty. It's very consistent. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not scared of Gazlowe. Genji. Huh. Well, this goes either way depending on the player. But that's not very useful. It's kind of annoying. He's real quick, he's real dodgy, he's hard to pin down. But he's got to get close to deal decent damage. He's got to get up in your face. He doesn't have super long range compared to other ranged assassins. He kind of pokes around the fight, and then tries to find ways to finish people off. If you're in a no tank game, if you have no crowd control, he can just run rampant. And that's the games Genjis live for. They love that shit. Oh, we have no tanks? The enemy can't lock me down? I guess I get to play for free. That's what every Genji wants. So basically you just run tank in quick match to hedge your bets. Yeah, he's just kind of annoying. Hard to pin down. I'd rather not play against him. I'd rather not. But I will. All of these, like, ranged assassins, if you just hit them, if you just dig your heels in and attack, if you just attack the ranged assassin that's attacking you, very often you will see that trades, well, very often you'll see that trades are better than running away. Just fight back. Just fight back. Wait out his W and fight back. I have 2 Kiras because I thought I got rid of all the duplicates in here, but I missed one. Whoops, that's why. Oopsie daisies. And I'm not going to reset the whole last tier list just to get rid of this one. I don't even think there's a way I can get rid of it here. I just have 2 Kiras. Greymane. Oh, man. Poor Greymane. I think Greymane is one of the most... or one of the power-crept heroes in Heroes of the Storm. Not that he can't be effective. He's got a lot of on-demand burst damage. A lot of focused damage. He can lane. He can clear waves okay. He can camp really fast. If he's in wolf form, smacking your building, that'll go down pretty quick. But he's got, like, no sustain. He's got, like, no... He needs a healer. He needs a healer. It's kind of here. It was right here. Not really super scared of a Greymane. Unless they prove themselves to be. But I don't know that when I match into them. I have to see what the dog do. I have to see what he's going to do. Because there's not a lot of Greymanes. Which is a shame. He's one of my favorites. But I, like, never get the chance to play him because he's so needy. He needs a team. He needs it. Don't like matching against a Gul'dan. Gul'dan, unlike Greymane, can be completely self-sufficient. Can just hang out in a lane and duel people. He can sit in the back and poke. He can get kills. He can camp. He can siege. Gul'dan does everything. Everything a HOTS player should do, Gul'dan does. And it's easy to do as well. He's pretty easy to play. So even the average mook can have success with Gul'dan. You gotta catch him out of position. He can just zoop, he can teleport away at 20. That's annoying. You see Gul'dan so much? As you should. As you should. He can do pretty much everything. Hanzo stands far back and does a ton of damage. Hanzo also kind of easy to play. He's got that escape on his D. His auto attacks do crazy damage. His auto attacks do so much damage. So much damage. And it's really safe to poke with Hanzo on all of his abilities. All of his abilities are super safe. You stand way the fuck back. And even stutter stepping with Hanzo is trivial because he attacks once a week. You can just step up, Auto attack goes off, and then you go back into the shadows. Whew, you just disappear. Phew. You know, if you're playing Pokey, if you're playing Poke, Falstad, or Falstad, Poke, Hanzo, Poke. They can be hard to catch. Super long range, super high damage. Very squishy if you do get your hands on them. If you get your hands on him. Fucking, I hate this fucker. I hate this guy so goddamn much. I hate you, Hogger. You are so annoying. So annoying, this hero. Oh my god, he's so annoying. He could do just about everything as well. And he's kind of like a mid-range bruiser. In the same way Cassia is like a mid-range assassin, Hogger kind of plays in that weird, not quite melee, not quite ranged area. His auto attacks swing kind of far. His Q hits outside of melee range. His W does way more damage than you think. His little grenade shoe does a lot of damage. You never see a Hogger? I see a bunch of Hoggers. He's not super common, but when I see him, it's gonna be a pain. That fucking game. You and your damn spin. Your unstoppable spin. Really annoying. Really annoying. I'm just gonna go unstoppable for like 10 years. Have fun. Thanks, Hogger. Illidan. Well, that depends on if we have a tank or not. If we have a tank, Illidan's kind of free. If we don't have a tank, Illidan's kind of the tank. I'm going to sit on the fence with him then, and I'm going to place him here. If it's like a team comp that's not built, Illidan. What a sink or swim hero. Because, like, when he works well. But when he doesn't work, he's useless. Another hero that's been power crept, I think. I think he could use a little bit of an adjustment. Yeah. Like, if he's got a team behind him, like an Illidan team, then he's scurry. But if he's just, like, random quick match Illidan, it depends on whether or not the team has a front line. I don't know. I'm not super threatened by him, but I know he can be really effective. But he's also really busy as well. He also takes a lot. He's got... that video is going to be a real pain in the ass. How would I adjust Illidan today? Give him some way to avoid spell damage. That isn't the talent, because he can dodge auto attacks. I'll have to get back to you on that one, Raycon. I'll have to get back to you on that one. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. Anyways, also, don't like playing against Imperius. That spear is not to be trifled with. He does a ton of damage. He just kills you. Kills you dead. He can effectively tank for his team. If you don't run tanks, pick Imperius. And go Bruiser frontline and just kill everything. Just destroy them all. He does so much damage. So much damage. He just murders people. His wave clear is not fantastic. He can do it now. It used to be worse. But that hitbox on that spear is crazy. Plus, it can be moved, too. If you, like, self-cast your Q, if you cast it close to him, it comes out a lot faster than people expect. Like, you can adjust the range at which you cast his Q. A lot of people don't know that. People just cast his Q at max range. All the time. Try it. Cast it a little closer to your body. See what happens. He's very strong. Very, very strong hero. Jaina. I'm a little ambivalent on Jaina. She's very strong, does a ton of burst damage, but her range is very low. She's got to get in your face. She's got to get close to you. And a squishy mage getting close to you is exactly what you want. Plus the water, again, the summons, the water elemental, its health degrades. Why doesn't Nazebo's Gargantuan health degrade? Why doesn't the Monstrosity health degrade? Why don't the Locust's health degrade? Why doesn't Kerrigan's ult degrade? What? Like, be consistent. Put it back. Put all the summon changes back. Just put them back. Just put them back. They were fine. Yeah, right? Right, Varix? One spear, basic attack. Oh, and his E and his W, and Imperius just kills you. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, Jaina is at least... Jaina is honorable. Joanna is also very honorable. Don't like fighting her. She is a tough nut to crack, that one. Tough nut to crack. Unstoppable on demand, lines, big slows, crazy W ability, great ultimates, very strong hero. I personally don't like playing Joanna. I find her very boring. But boy am I glad when she's on my team, and boy do I hate seeing her on the other team. What a pain in the ass. It's because the elemental is melting. I mean, that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Also, stop it. I don't want my elemental to melt. Oh boy, Junkrat's also very, very frustrating to play against. He stands so far away, and he's just kind of a nuisance. He's not super threatening. Like, I think Hanzo is more threatening than Junkrat. I think a lot of heroes are better than Junkrat. But, boy, heavens above, goodness gracious, this hero is a fucking nuisance. He's more annoying than Murky. He's far more annoying than Murky. I would rather play 3 Murky games than deal with 1 Junkrat game. Fuck this guy. He's so annoying. You really gotta get your hands on him. You really gotta work to take him out. Got the trap, he's got the grenades, he stands so far back. His damage is pretty consistent. Just fuck this guy. Fuck you, Junkrat. KT. Now, I don't actually play against a lot of KTs. For obvious reasons. That's my hero. That's my guy. And I don't actually get mirror matched into KTs often. So I don't really know what to think about this guy. I'm gonna need your help here. I need your help here, lady and gentlemen. Are you guys scared of Kael'thas? The average Kael'thas? When you see Kael'thas on the other team, are you like, oh fuck, oh no? When I do match against a KT, they almost always pick Convection. And that turns them into a poke mage, which is not threatening. They stand way the fuck in the back. They hide in the shadows. They don't do any wave clear. They just hound the team fight for the entire game, trying to get those precious stacks. And if you're standing way in the back as Kael'thas, if you're standing way in the back and you're only throwing out Qs on cooldown, you are not scary. You're just not. You're just not scary at all. You need to be with your team. You need to be covering them with your stun. You need to be throwing out as many bombs as possible. You need to be getting those auto attacks in. And you need to be finishing people off with your Q rather than poking them with it. But I mean, what do I know? He's just my hero. Living Bomb is always annoying, but he isn't a very rage-inducing character. It's usually your team being dinguses. If he's a Convection guy, he's a joke. The unavoidable ult. Yeah, Pyro's kind of a meme. I take it a bunch, but I take it with purpose. I don't just Pyro because, haha, big funny fireball. I take Pyroblast if I need to Pyroblast a Kel'Thuzad, or if there's like a Zeratul. There's a Zeratul on the team and he's in my face, and I miss my stun, I'll just Pyro him. You can't dodge the sun, Zeratul. If I need to make a trade, if people are jumping me, then I take Pyro. But I prefer Phoenix. It does just as much damage. It's just a little unfocused. It's a little trickier to use. Interesting. I could put it to a vote, but I'm not going to figure that out live on stream. I'll need to figure it out behind the scenes first. I don't know. I think it's just fine. Just fine. Just okay. It's just okie dokie. Just fine. Whatever. Convection KT? Free. Convection works just fine in ARAM. And I know I meme about it, but I don't actually think convection is super terrible. I think it needs a little bit more to be viable in like regular games. In ARAM, it's fucking hilarious. But if you're playing convection, you're basically saying, I don't need my level 1 talent. That's what you got to be prepared to deal with. Is just not having a level 1 talent when you pick convection. You just gotta be okay with that. You pick convection, you go, oh my god, stacks are amazing and fun, but also I'm just not gonna have a level 1 talent. Okay, whatever you say. Kel'Thuzad. Again, this one depends on the skill level of the player, because the Kel'Thuzad can be real scary and just carry games, deleting half the enemy team in a single combo after level 10. Which is super, super scary. But again, like a lot of ranged assassins, if you just fight him, if he misses his change, get him. Get him. Get his ass. He missed his chains. Get him. He's got no HP. Like, Kel'Thuzad's super, super squishy. Just dive his ass. Still annoying. I'd probably put him here. Probably be like, I'd rather err on the side of this Kel'Thuzad's gonna kill us all. Which is a testament to how scary the hero is. Even a bad KTZ can get lucky. I'd just rather not deal with him. I'd just rather not. No thanks. Yeah. It's just too much trouble. Kerrigan. Just fine. Whatever. Whatever. That's okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to zoom out pretty soon. Kerrigan is just fine. She can go either way for me. She's pretty squishy. She's very fragile. She does a ton of damage, and she's got really good crowd control. Really good CC. You know, if you land your combo, if you don't miss. But unless it's a specific person, I'm not scared of the average Kerrigan. I'm just like, oh, okay. So I'm gonna have to dodge to the side rather than run away. Yeah, I can matches where Kel'Thuzad is more of a threat than Kael'thas. Kel'Thuzad's kind of a threat always. Yeah, I can agree. Yeah. Kharazim Zams, Kara Blimblams. Again, not a hero I see very often. And usually when I do, it's on a stack. It's on a coordinated team. I really like Kharazim. He's a lot of fun. But when you play him, you get flamed a lot because people expect you to heal, and like, I'm sorry, I'm not a real healer as Kharazim. I'm an assassin that just happens to have a heal button. Because if you're main healing Kharazim, even with the auto attack thing at level 1, it's not that great. And his heals don't really come online until after level 10. So if you're like main healing Kharazim, you're already sort of hedging that you're gonna make it to the late game. Or you could just be killing things. You could just be killing things. Play him like a Tracer. Play him like a Genji. You know, the enemy team is pretty low. You go in, punch, 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 and then you dash out. But because he's late game, I would say he goes here. Right there. Right there. Not like super scared of him. Basically win early. Win hard, fast, and early. You know. That heal button he does have is pretty great. It is pretty great. Karazim S. What kind of tier list do you think this is? Calamity. Calamity? 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 What kind of tier list do you think this is? Well. Tell me. Leoric. Very annoying. Annoying hero. Very easy to get good value out of him. He doesn't actually leave the battlefield. He's got fantastic wave clear. He does great damage. He can be hard to kill. He can be hard to pin down. Very strong. Very easy to play as well. Very annoying hero to deal with. I do not like seeing Leoric on the other team because I know it's going to be a pain in the ass. He'll just sit in a lane and clear waves. He'll rotate to the fight, slow everybody down, do a ton of damage, eat a whole bunch of cooldowns. And then his team wins the fight because he ate a whole bunch of cooldowns. And he's still there. And he didn't leave. And then he can scout for his team. And then he can just respawn right there. Do you ever get into any fights on, like, oh, I don't know, Towers of Doom? Where everyone is fighting for one objective. And people are dying left and right. And the other team has a Leoric, and he's just always there. He's just always at the team fight, respawning over and over and over again, giving his team that attrition advantage. Yeah. Super annoying. Ooh. Lily. Now, this is going to upset a lot of girlfriends. I think Lily's kind of free. The way she heals is not great for how this game is. Oh, hey, Jeffing. I'm not Pally's Fox. Pally's Fox might be in the chat, but I'm not Pally's Fox. I'm a different Fox. Yeah. What was I saying? Lily. Right. Her healing is reactive. And not that much. And you don't really have control over where it goes. So, what that means is the enemy team... No. What that means, if Lily is on the enemy team, you can just burst her teammates down. You can just hit them really hard and really fast, and there's nothing she can do about it. There's absolutely nothing she can do about it. You get a couple of point-and-click stuns on your team, and you just dump cooldowns into whoever gets got, and they die. And Lily is just like, well, that sucks. It's just how her hero is designed, because the game has to first lock on to the healing target, and then she's got to be holding Q down the whole time. If you're playing Lily and you don't just weigh your T button down with like a paperweight or something, or you just don't hold it down, what are you doing? You literally never have to take your finger off that button. Just trust me. Just if you're playing Lily, don't ever take your finger off Q. See what happens. You'll be surprised. But anyways, the heal has to find its target, Lily has to be holding Q down, and then the heal has travel time. That is a lot of time. That is plenty of time. That is more than enough time to burst a hero down. More than enough. It's just... Don't play Lily against a spell damage team. It'll be a bad time. Bad time. She's a lot more capable against an auto attack team because she can get ahead of the damage with the blinds. Because she can get ahead of it. She can't get ahead of burst damage. It just kills her team. She's a lot of fun. She's pretty easy to play. She can be really silly. Sometimes she can play like an assassin or a bruiser, which is hilarious. But you picked a healer. You picked a healer. You heal, damn it. You said I'm going to play healer. You heal. What are you doing over there in the off lane fighting an Illidan? Are you having fun? I mean, you're probably having fun. The rest of us aren't. Goodness gracious. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. MMZ. A Lily and a pre-made can be pretty good. Quick match Lily. Just kill her team. Li Ming, I'm going to place an ugh. Not because I'm super scared of her, but specifically because she can be hard to pin down. She stands way in the back, or way off to the side, and she's got that teleport. She can just zoop, she can just boo, disappear at a moment's notice. Super squishy, super high damage, super annoying. Much more squirrely than the other mages on this list, I have to say. Even if her shots can be blocked. Kind of a pain in the ass. Li Ming's level 1 teleport is bloated. I agree. Oh. Oh, this hero. She's the exact person Pyroblast was made for. You're right. Morales. Yeah, me too, Dracon. I cannot fucking stand this hero. I don't think she's particularly that great. She can put out a lot of heals. She's got the grenade for poking and disruption. Really why she's such a pain to fight is because she's so hard to get to. She doesn't stand as far back as like an Ana does, but she's got armor. She's constantly healing herself. She's a lot chunkier than most other healers, I think. I haven't checked. It just feels that way. Probably because she can put armor on herself as well. She's got a global ult, which is crazy. She can enable an auto attack carry with stim. If she's got a team for it, she can be crazy. She's absolutely busted in coordinated teams with the medevac. Just super oppressive. Oh, I can just get my team everywhere across the map, no matter where we need to go, we can be there. Oh my god, so powerful. And just a real pain to get to. If you're solo queuing and you match into a Morales on the other team, you have to somehow wrangle all of these cats together to dive her. How do you... It can be easy to get people to, you know, jump a building, but jumping a Morales? Difficult. Plus, the people who play Morales usually only play Morales, and so they know how to position and how to dodge and weave and stuff like that. She's just fuck fighting this hero. Fuck fighting this hero. Got less health than KT actually. What about the other healers? Can you filter by healers? Is that possible? I'd like to know. Because maybe her chunkiness, maybe I'm thinking just because she's healing herself all the time and she's got on-demand armor. That could be what I'm thinking. Exactly. Sometimes in quick match you have nobody to dive Morales, and then she just sits in the back. This is healing for free. Oh goodness. Lucio. Annoying. Super fast. Super fast. Early game, not as scary. His heals kind of suck early. Late game monster. But unlike Kharazim, who has to spend mana and a cooldown to speed his team along, Lucio can just do that inherently. He can just give his team constant move speed, and move speed is one of the most broken stats in the game. If you can move fast, if you can move faster than people are used to, you can dodge a lot of spells. You can dodge a lot. In order, Kara, Uther, Rhaegar, Deckard, Oriel, Anduin, Ana, Morales. Really interesting. Yeah, so it's got to be the constant heals and the armor. Got to be. Because if you're healing under... What is it? Is it 35 armor or is it 25? If you're healing under armor, you have a lot more health than the game shows. Lucio can be pretty hard to pin down. People, in my experience, don't usually solo queue as Lucio. You usually queue with him as a team. Like with a buddy, or several. Again, another character that's great if you go in with a plan. But by himself, on his own, with everyone playing selfishly, not as great. Not as great. 35 armor. Ah, yes, there it is. Plus, sometimes you get the Lucios. I know you're in here. I know you're in here. Sometimes you get the Lucios that like to pretend they're assassins and chase people down with their tickle gun. And, at least you're having fun. Anyways, Lunara. Also really annoying. I'm stuck between putting her at the tippy top of most annoying or just keeping her right here, because Lunaras are a little flighty. They run away. They really, really do. They're like, haha, I'm such a troll character, and then they run away whenever you hit them, like once. She's very squishy, but you gotta abuse her weird movement to stay in the fight long. But most people just run away when they play Lunara. Most people do. You just hit them and then they go, ah! And then they leave. So I don't find her as annoying as these guys up here. Just forgive me a moment. Boop. Boop. Oops, not that. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Boop. Whatever. Maiev. Does anyone even play Maiev? Does anyone even play Maiev in Quick Match? Whenever I try to play Maiev in Quick Match, I always end up as the main tank. It's really annoying. She does a ton of damage. I miss release Maiev, although that shit was broken. She's got a jump that makes her untouchable. She's got a teleport. She can set up her team really well. She still does a ton of damage. I would rather not fight a Maiev than fight one. Yeah. I'd rather not. But I don't see her very often. I'm trying to think here. Usually if I see a Maiev, it's in like a stack. Like it's with purpose. I don't just random into a Maiev. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing's coming up. Nothing's falling out of the marble machine. Anyways, Malfurion. Malfurion's fucking free. This guy, give him his ice block back, Blizzard. He needs it. He needs the ice block. He needs it. Give it back. He needs ice block. Give it back to him. Please. Please give it back to him. I can't tell you how many times I just pyro Malfurion and he dies. There's nothing he can do about it. You just shoot him. He's got to step up and put himself at risk. Put himself in range to heal his team. His heals aren't super bursty. So, like Lili, he's not that great in emergencies. He's got to get super close to the fight to do that Twilight Silence ultimate. His root is very strong. Ranged root is very strong. But, like, he sucks. He just sucks. Again, like a lot of heroes, he can be just fine in a coordinated team. But if you're playing Quick Match Malfurion, good fucking luck. It just sucks. He just doesn't have the healing to save like a squishy team with no tanks. He can't really follow people into the fight. He's so easily focused. He's so easily jumped. He does not have any way to defend himself. Not really. Not really. Give him ice block back. Just give it back. Just give him ice block. Mal'Ganis just got changed. And it seems like the enemy Mal'Ganis, the red Mal'Ganis, is always better than the blue Mal'Ganis, it seems. Given the changes, I would honestly put him here. The quest at level 1 is crazy strong. He's a lot more burstable now, but I mean, all the Mal'Ganises just take that armor talent, that 35 armor talent, and just make up for it. He does a ton of damage. If you get hit with a stun, you're probably going to get hit with the sleep. That's really annoying. I sure love getting free comboed all the time. Blind as a bat is kind of a win condition. It's kind of blind as a bat can win games. It's crazy. Yeah, he can do so much. He can do so much. Still a pretty good target to hit for like quest stacks. He's really kiteable. But if he gets on top of you, if he gets in your team, he's a nightmare. Yeah, blind as a bat can end games. It can end games, for sure. Malthael is not free, but I think he's been power crept a little bit. That said, it's very hard to balance him because he does constant percent damage, so what can you really do here? Ah, shit. Ah, fuck. What can you really do? I don't know. A lot of Malthael's double soak with Pale Horse and his great wave clear. But he can be doinked pretty easy. You just stun him and kill him. Never like super scared of him. Again, like a lot of these heroes, he can work in the right comp, but solo queue quick match? I'm not really that scared of him. He's got no crowd control. He's got none. Zero. He's just kinda sticky. He can stick to yous. Yeah, meh. Whatever. Fuck this guy. You're so annoying. I hate this hero. I hate this hero more than I hate Abathur. Well, no. I think Medivh is my most hated hero. I really don't like playing Medivh games. He takes up this weird spot, and this is not related to where I put him on here, but Medivh takes up this weird spot where he does consistent damage, but it's not good enough to replace an auto attack damage. Not good enough to replace orange damage. He does spell damage, but it's not bursty enough to replace like a real mage. And he doesn't have fast wave clear. His scouting is really good, because he's just invulnerable up in the sky. His shield is really good. His portals are really good. All he does is extend fights. He makes team fights take way longer than they should. And like, fuck, don't. He just draws out the team fights. He just draws them out with his ultimates, with his W's, with his portals. He just draws them out, and then he poke with his Q. But because you have a Medivh, that either forces you into double mage, or you take like a Vala or something, some like high damage carry hero. Double mage is not great. Double mage Medivh is not great. And playing against him is always a pain in the ass. Having him fly over you to reveal your position always, not fun. That's free information for the enemy team. He can deny so much with his W. He can deny so much. He's really hard to pin down. Although, I will say, people are really good at focusing Medivh when all of his defensives are down. When he's moved away from his portals, when he doesn't have his W, people fucking kill this guy. They kill him dead. It's so funny to see. They're like, oh, you're not getting away, you little rat. But the average Medivh is not so great. Still, you can still get lucky. I'd just rather not have Medivh in my games ever, 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 ever. Sorry, friends. Sorry, friends who main Medivh. I'll play with you from time to time, but I'm gonna request that you switch eventually. You know, 3 games, I'm gonna request a change. I will. I'll do it. I don't even request changes for Abathurs as much as I request changes for Medivhs. I'll play a whole night of Abathur games. I'll only play like 2 or 3 Medivh games, and then please fucking switch. Mei. Nobody plays Mei. Also, fun fact, this is the only hero that's never been on the free hero rotation. She's a very passive tank. She can be. Mei is meh. Mei's meh. She's not super scary. She's not super dangerous. But you still have to respect her, because she can do that dash in, avalanche combo. She can stun a whole team with her W in the right spot. Very, very dangerous in choke points. She can turn off buildings. She can be hard to kill. She doesn't really do fantastic damage, unless you know the secret way to do the damage with her. Unless you know the secret Mei build. The secret one. I won't tell you. It's mine. But you can't always get away with the secret Mei build. So, it's just kind of whatever. I don't really see her too often. Diet Coke Hogger? That's a good way of putting it. Mephisto. People don't play Mephisto. People don't do it. And if they do, they don't know what they're doing. I know like 1 Mephisto player. I know like 2 Mephisto players. Play more Mephisto, everybody. He's a lot of fun. I'm just gonna put him here. Whatever. I don't see him enough. I don't see him enough. I just don't. People don't play him. I don't know why. He's great. Once people figure out how strong he is, he'll probably end up getting nerfed. He's very, very strong. Doesn't have great crowd control outside of his ultimate, but that ultimate has a very short cooldown. And people pick the other one because it's funny. Moving on. Muradin. Kind of a pain in the ass. He's very tanky. He does a ton of crowd control. He is super jumpy. He's got even more HP. He can displace you. Not fun to play against. Not as annoying as some heroes. But still very capable at messing up your team. Very, very capable. You don't even need his quest. Not really. Not really. Obviously, it's good to have. But you don't really need it. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Fuck the fish. I love the fish. Fuck the fish. I love the fish. Fuck the fish. Love playing the fish. Hate playing against him. Really annoying. Really super awful to play against. Really super awful to play with. Honestly, I use the fish for a specific purpose. I use the fish specifically. I'm gonna reveal to you my secrets right now. If I don't think that my team is going to play as a team, if I'm not sure how my friends are going to be, if I think it's going to be just too much chaos, but I still want to play the game and I still want to have fun, I will play the fish. Because that forces my team to work together or lose. And if we lose, I don't care. I'm the fish. I'm going to be having fun no matter what. There it is. There's my secrets. If we're playing together and I swap to the fish, it's because I don't trust you. And I still want to enjoy myself. There it is. There it is. I'm just laying it all out in the open. Take that knowledge as you will. Nazeebo. Honestly, could go either way on the other team. Could go either way. You either get the Nazeebo that is permanently stuck in lane, and then will come and kill you at the end of the game, or you get the Nazeebo that learned that he's actually quite a decent damage dealer throughout the entire game, and will come and fight you during objectives and stuff. You hate him because he's in every single friggin' match? Yep, I agree. He's very popular because he is both a mage and he dings. Ding, 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 ding. People love they dings. People love it. Love, 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 love it. He's very strong. I will forever advocate for Nazeebo's early and mid game. Is it as strong as some of the other mages? No. Is it so weak that it's not worth fighting with him? Also no. He just does a ton of damage. Pretty much always. I can't tell you the amount of times that I'll like get into a scrap, I'll get into a duel or something at like level 4 with a Nazeebo, and I'll just 1v1 somebody because they're like, oh, it's a Nazeebo, he's not gonna kill me, and then I just do. Don't know why. He does a lot of damage. Nova is free. Nova is not a real hero. I say this as a Nova enjoyer. I enjoy the occasional Nova game from time to time, as long as both teams don't have a healer. She's a lot of fun. She has to work incredibly hard to be of any use. Incredibly hard. She has, like, no defensives. Like, none. She can go invisible. Oh goodness. Oh no. If you miss your Q stacks, your damage falls off, like a lot. The auto attack build is super, super easy, but it's very slow. I'm talking armor piercing rounds, not one in the chamber. She's just not that scary. And if she's on, like her whole strategy is to poke people down. And poking is a very strong thing to do. It's very good to lower the overall team's health a lot. But if they have a healer, or if they just push the back button, then they come back. Now, you can kind of try to manipulate it so that they back when an objective comes, and it's like a soft kill, it's a soft pick. But you can't 100% guarantee that. You can't guarantee that every single time, that you can set people up to back when the objective is there. Because you gotta remember, the enemy team is always better than you, and they will always be ready for the team fights. They will always be at the objective. They will always have all the lanes covered. They will always be at full health. They will always be ready to fight. They're always in the better position. They're always in the bush. They always have the camps going. The enemy team is always better than you. Always, 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 always. Nova sucks. She just sucks. She's just not great. I'd rather have literally any other assassin on my team, and when I see her, I know that it's probably going to be a 4v5. If she tries to flank you, you jump her. What's she going to do? What's she going to do? She's gonna run away, and then she's going to come back and keep poking from that same angle. Whoop-de-fucking-do. How to fix Nova? I'd probably turn her into more of a sniper. Again, I'd have to think about it. And when I think about things, I tend not to talk, because I'm thinking. And that's not really great for streams. I'll get back to you on that. Orphea. Very strong hero. I'd rather not play against an Orphea. If the Orphea can reset her Q a whole bunch of times, and is good at dodging and getting into position and healing herself, absolute nightmare hero. Until she misses once! And then you can play a lot safer. Second Morales and Lunara? Lol. We'll just keep those down there. Lots of duplicates. Lots of duplicates. Yeah, I'd rather not play against an Orphea, given the option. She does a ton of damage. She's like if Jaina was ranged. She can slow people almost permanently with her auto attacks, her special auto attacks, and a couple of her spells as well. She's like a ranged Jaina. Big burst of damage. And then cooldowns. Probius. Again, this depends on the type of player. A lot of Probiuses, don't set up properly. They put their buildings behind them and then slowly push forward. Where if you use your buildings as like wards to scout for ganks and stuff, he's almost impossible to kill. Almost impossible. He is so fast. He deletes waves. They're just gone. You cannot ignore the Probius push. You cannot. You absolutely need to deal with the probe. I don't like playing against him at all. Not that he can't be dealt with. But if you got a smart Probius, he's basically unkillable. Super, super annoying. Yeah, Probius puts the game on a timer. Yep. Sure does. Kira, fine either way. Very strong hero, as long as she doesn't miss. If she misses, she's free. My brother really likes playing Kira, and he says that she's not as... A lot of her abilities stop her movement. Like her Q, she can't move. Her utility belt, the little grapple hook, she stops moving. Which makes her incredibly vulnerable to crowd control and to being hit by spells because she's just not moving. You got your little spin move on your E, which makes you pseudo invulnerable. I still think there's like a couple of things that can hit her, I think. I don't know for sure. She's a lot more vulnerable than she lets on. Yeah, that's fun. When she attaches onto you and you're just like, alright, you're coming with me now. Welcome to my team, Kira. Ragnaros. Honestly, this damage stick can be quite difficult to play against if you are unable to get a push going. Ragnaros can just stop you. Ragnaros can keep you in your base with his lava waves. Super safely. Super safely. Can be annoying. He is just kind of a big stick, though. Like, he does a lot of damage. Not much else. He's got his defensive utilities with Molten Core. Can use that offensively as well. But honestly, I'm putting him here specifically because of Lava Wave. Specifically because of Lava Wave. That's just so annoying to deal with. Yeah. Yeah, you can draw out games. Very good at defending bases. Defending your side of the map. So if he's on the other team, you gotta make a push. You gotta be decisive. And decisiveness is the death of quick match teams. The other team is always way more decisive. Your team will wipe the other team and then go take your mercenary camps. Why? Let's take a tower. Let's push a wall. Let's soften up their defenses. They're dead. They can't stop us. We can make a push, and then on our way back to the base, we can take camps. Let's take camps second. Let's not take them first. Let's soften up their walls, and then go take a camp. Because then, while the camp is pushing into the lanes, then we can go back and heal. They will be spawning. By the time we get to the camp, they spawn, they defend their waves, and now we're back in our base and healing, and then the camps are pushing them, and then we can make a play based off of where they are defending. But that's too many thoughts. That's too many things. Might as well just go take the camp because it's yellow. Raynor. Could go either way. Very simple hero. I don't really have much to say about Raynor. He's about as basic as it gets. Doesn't really do all that much on his own. Kind of needs a team. Yeah, it's whatever. It's Jimmy. It's Jimmy. Rhaegar. Not that afraid of Rhaegar. Not that afraid. Not really. He has to put himself in danger a lot, and he can't escape as well as Kharazim. He does less damage than Kharazim. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move him up one. Yeah. Move him up just one more. specifically because of how he compares to Rhaegar. They kind of hold the same niche. Rhaegar's got a little more utility, but he can't escape as well as he can. And Ancestral has a long cooldown. It's not like Alexstrasza's heal, which, you know, doesn't heal as much depending on what the health percentages are, but it's on like a 50-second cooldown. It's so fast. You can just do it basically every team fight. This is like every other team fight with change. I think Rhaegar's been power crept, but also there was a time where Rhaegar was in every fucking game because he was so strong. So, kind of like Chromie and Anubarak. I think he's got this weird kit where they can't buff him all that much. I don't know. I like the hero a lot. He's a lot of fun to play. Rexxar. Don't see a lot of Rexxars. Should see more of them. Rexxar is a fun hero. What he lacks in kit complexity, he makes up for in having to control 2 bodies. You are your own reinforcements. Don't see enough of them. Don't see enough Rexxars. He does a lot of damage. He's just got high base damage. And so if you can... Rexxar's all about positioning and resource management. If you can keep Misha alive and keep Rexxar far away while both of them are hitting a target, he does so much damage. His auto attack damage is pretty up there. But you don't see them a lot. You don't. Name me one time you lost a game because the enemy team had a Rexxar. Braxis, almost always, if Rexxar is the solo lane. He's pretty good on Warhead as well. He's pretty good on Garden. Maps with lots of camps that let him solo. Yeah. He does a lot of damage, but he's just not very exciting because it's all auto attack damage. Like all auto attack damage. You know, he's not that exciting of a hero. Not that mechanically complex, unless you consider 2 bodies mechanically complex. But it's just pushing one button, honestly. He's not as difficult to play as he seems. Samuro. Fuck this guy. Impossible to pin down. Super, super hard to kill. Very, very slippery hero. His entire existence is kind of a bluff. Like, he's not real until he is. It takes him a while to get enough damage on someone to pressure them. And he can eat a lot of abilities. He can dodge a bunch of stuff. He can swallow dots. He can get all dotted up with like fire or poison, and then he just cleanses it immediately. You got your mind games with your clones. I have a lot of fun with Samuro. He's one of my favorites. You can kind of tank with him too. Playing against him is a real pain in the ass. Real pain in the ass. You're re-downloading HOTS? Gotcha. Yeah, he's a nuisance. Like Junkrat, like Murky, like Probius. He's just annoying. Far more annoying than Sergeant Hammer. Sergeant Hammer is annoying but manageable. A lot of Hammer players a lot of Hammer players are they breathe manually. You know? They don't have a lot going on upstairs. They just lock in, and that's where they're gonna be, and that's where they're staying, damn it, come hell or high water. Which can work, you know. It's possible. It's the smart ones you want to be careful for. You want to watch out for. Those the hammers with a couple of wrinkles on their brain, they're trouble. Most hammers, thoughts just slide right off. Brain smooth as silk. Still would rather not play a hammer game, to be perfectly honest. It's the same problem as Morales. Coordinating a dive in a team of randoms is impossible. It's so hard. Everyone's got to be in position. Everyone has to have their cooldowns. Everyone's got to be ready to go. People got to be ready to take damage or even die. Make those trades. Doesn't really happen unless you're on a stack. Yeah, it doesn't really happen. Either you have poke or you lose. Yeah, exactly. Hit the hammer, dive the hammer, or she's just gonna stay there. I hate how she trains her players to just fucking sit there. Because she'll just sit there and do nothing, and then you win enough fights early on to think that that's viable. Oh, I did nothing and I won. Clearly, I can continue to do nothing and win every game. Ah, ha, 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 ha. No, that's not how it works. Sonya, another power crept hero. Early on in Hot's lifespan, I would probably put her up there. But nowadays, I'm not really that scared of her. Even with Leap. Even if she leaps onto the back line, you can kind of just like shove her off. Just like, get out of here, lady. Like, settle down. You don't have to be so angry. I don't know. I don't really have a lot to say about Sonya. She's just kind of there. Not really that scared of her. Teams win with Sonya, not because of her. Even if she's just double soaking lanes all the time and taking camps. I don't know. She could use a little damage buff, I think. I think she deserves to do more damage. She needs a little something. She just needs a little something. Oh, if you are watching Janitor and you do buff her auto attack damage, then I apologize for the Scourge of Sonya. I'm just gonna get ahead of that. If she does get a little damage buff, and then we see her in every game, I apologize. Stitches. I don't really care either way. If you want to learn how to completely counter Stitches, just play him for like 2 weeks. Just play Stitches for like 2 weeks. And get into that mindset, get into that eye for hooks, and you'll never get hooked again. Never, ever, ever. Because when you get hooked, it's probably because you were close to a wall. It's probably because you were trying to get into a gate. It's probably because you were trying to move to safety. And when you're moving to safety, you're not really watching your positioning. And Stitches is always watching your positioning. Always watching. Like, he's looking ahead at the enemy team while the enemy team is looking at his team. And, you know, and he's just kind of sitting around in the front line, eating a bunch of damage, throwing out slams here and there, healing himself. And as soon as the enemy team starts backing up and running away, that's when he makes his move. And if you're up against a wall and you don't notice, because you don't always notice how close you are to the terrain. Positioning is like a whole thing. I should make a whole video on positioning. Anyways. Played Stitches for 2 weeks and became Grandmaster. Well, he's pretty easy to punish people who aren't watching their feet. There's a lot of counterplay in Stitches, and it's all positioning. Kind of a pub stomper. Kind of a noob chick. When I play Stitches, I go into Exterminator mode, because, like, when you're trying to catch a mouse, when you're trying to catch a rat, they always walk the perimeter of a building. Like, they like to have a wall on their side. That's why all the mouse traps are up against walls, because that's where they walk. And when you notice that people are like that too, you can never unsee it. It makes people feel safe. They don't do it consciously. But once you see it, you're like, oh my god, everyone's walking close to walls, always. Just keep that in mind. Just watch for it. You'll see what I mean. Stukov. Honestly, Don't see a lot of Stukovs, because he requires a team. Actually, buddy of mine, the friend, had a long interview, sort of pseudo-podcast, on his channel. Hang on, let me grab it. Let me just grab this really quick. He did a deep dive with a Stukov main, and I quite enjoyed it. If you like Heroes content, let me just get this up right here. Where are you? There you are. Post this in the channel. I'll post this in the chat. There you are. This, right here. If you are interested in learning Stukov, or if you are interested in, well, just Heroes content, take a look at this. Post it in the chat. Where was I? Stukov needs a team. Needs a specific team. Very hard to play against when he does have one. He's got so many tricks. So many tricks. But also it's pretty easy to get damage between his heals. He's got basically one heal every 16 seconds. That is more than enough time to kill his team. More than enough. So I'm gonna put him here. I'm gonna put him... It's fine. Whatever. Yeah. Mid Stukov's not one to scoff at. Yeah, but I don't see him enough. Saw him all the time when I played ranked, but that was years ago. Aeons ago. Sylvanas. She does a ton of damage now. And she can still enable her pushes and stuff. But like, not that scary. I don't know. This one I'm kind of biased with. I'm really sick of the Windrunners. Just for like Warcraft lore in general. I'm fucking sick of these sisters. I'm so tired of them. I just want them to fuck off and die. Just go away. Just be gone. Just get out. And like, when you go back and you play Warcraft 3 and you realize Sylvanas only has like 4 lines, it makes you wonder why the hell she had any sort of renown. Is it just because Elf Chick hot? Maybe. Go away, Sylvanas. Tassadar, super squishy, dive the Tassadar, kill the Tassadar. Auto attack Tassadar, more like dead Tassadar. Oh my god, he's trying to get up close to you, just hit him. He has like 4 hit points. Tassadar is not scary. Not at all. He can still do quite a bit of damage. He can still clear waves and stuff. He stands pretty far back if he's smart, but a lot of Tassadars take the auto attack talent because, you know, they'd rather play Raynor, and they just don't know it. So you just hit him. He has no health. He dies. Oh, look, another butcher. There we go. There's all the duplicates. Yeah, I don't even remember what his old kit was. He had that lifesteal shield. The wall was an ultimate, if I remember. I don't know what his other abilities were. The W... Psionic Storm, obviously. What was his third ability? I don't even know. Anyways, Lost Vikings. Again, don't see them very often. Would rather not. Would rather not deal with that. Even the silliest, even the stupidest Lost Vikings can still sit a Viking in each lane and just passively soak a ton of experience. Kind of like a global. They're not always, well, like you should deal with the Vikings if they're on the other team. They're not always worth dealing with, and they can always be on the map. Like there's no excuse for a Viking player not to cover the soak. Absolutely none. I guess maybe, well no, you can cover it on a 2-lane map too. If you're a Viking player, soak the goddamn lanes. What are you doing in the team fight? What are you doing with your life? Soak the lanes. That's what you're there for. Soak the lanes, free up the enemy team, or free up your teammates to just deathball the whole game. I wish I knew how to play Vikings. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Lost Vikings guide when? When I learn them. I did give them a try years and years and years ago, but they've changed since then, and I have to basically relearn everything. Thrall. I would rather not see him on the team, like at all. He's not super, super broken. He's still very strong, does a ton of damage. He's just good at everything. He's just really good at everything. He can build super, super tanky and eat a whole bunch of cooldowns. He can build super, super damagey. He's got great poke. Fantastic poke. He's just a pain in the ass to deal with. I think he's got the best spell armor talent in the game. It's like 70 spell armor, and if you are just using your abilities on cooldown, it's pretty much up constantly. Kinda gross. Kinda gross. Varian's Thrall's also on? Yeah, kinda, I can see that. Old task passive was Vision. He had Shield, Storm, Personal Invul, Arcane Wall. Personal Invul? I'm gonna have to look that up. I don't remember that at all. Passive was Vision. He had Shield Storm, Personal... Was it Shadow Walk? Was that his E? Huh. Anyways. I just don't remember. I'll have to look it up later. Tracer. We got a Tracer here. She can be quite annoying. I honestly wouldn't say she's annoying as, like, Samuro. Because Samuro has a bunch of tricks. Tracer's got one trick. And then all of her other mobility involves moving her body. So she's got a little bit more counterplay, I would say. You just all you have to wait for is that E, and then mind the dodges. She can be very strong in the right hands. Incredibly powerful. Super annoying to deal with. But also, in the average hand, in the average Tracer hands, just hit her. Just hit her. Just hit her back. Watch what happens. If you're not playing against, like, oh, I don't know, Mockery. If you're not playing against, like a super ultimate Grandmaster Tracer, just hit her back. See what happens. My Heroes of the Storm experience changed forever the day I decided to stop running from people who were hitting me. The day you decide, fuck it, let's fight, and you fight back, you'll realize that half the people who give you trouble just don't have the hit points to trade with you. It's crazy. I promise, if you just stand and fight, you will do far better than you think you would. Exactly. Just shoot her back. See what happens. I had one game a couple of weeks ago where I was playing Raynor, and it was a tankless game, and we were up against a Tracer with a hat, and I just whenever Tracer showed up on screen, I would just right-click her, and she couldn't do anything. I would just click her, and I would just watch to see what she did, and she would just get shot to shit. She couldn't do anything, and she had an Abathur hat. It was really fun to see. Tychus. Tychus is a very scary hero. I'm sure glad more people don't play him. He's very scary. He's very capable. He's got a little bit of everything. His biggest downside is he has to stop moving to shoot. Kind of like Tassadar. But with his dash, you can position really aggressively to get those minigun shots off. Bang, 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 bang. Very strong hero. Kind of just generally good. Yeah. Do love having a Tychus on my team, that's for sure. Strong boy. I would say that positioning is his biggest strength and weakness, and a lot of people who play Heroes of the Storm, don't pay attention to their positioning. They're just playing the video game. And I think positioning is probably the best skill that you could have, because one, it transfers between all of the heroes. Like, if you're good at positioning with one hero, you can probably position with the rest of them. And I'm talking both micro and macro positioning, like hiding in the shadows, hiding in bushes, standing in a place where you can threaten the enemy, but they can't threaten you. It's like a whole thing. I should just do a video on positioning. Hang on, I'm gonna write that down. Okay. Anyways. Oh, speaking of positioning, one of the most positioning-dependent heroes, Tyrael. Kind of a pain to deal with. He's a really unconventional tank that is sort of all about creating space for his team. He's very weird. He's very strange. I think he's really good. But he's not just a mindless damage machine. You gotta play mind games. You gotta bait people away from your team and stuff with his teleports. It's like a whole thing. And the movement speed is also really strong. It's like, this is a very complicated hero. Quick match Tyraels are barely a nuisance. Yeah. Yeah, I'm only putting him here because of his teleport. I'm only putting him here because of his teleport. He can just poof disappear, and then all your damage is wasted. That's a really easy trick to do. Anyone can do that. Anyone can go into a team fight, eat a bunch of cooldowns, and teleport away. Easy, 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 easy. And that's why I'm putting him here. Tyrande. Well, because Tyrande is the hero you get when you're brand spanking new to Heroes, and because she requires constant uptime on her auto attacks, and you have to hit all of your abilities to reduce the cooldown of your Q, your E, your W, and Starfall also reduce the cooldown of your Q, by the way. Because of those factors, she's kinda free. Like, the people who are really good with Tyrande are really good with Tyrande, but they understand the hero. And Tyrande is the hero that you get for free when you're new, and so a lot of people just aren't that great with Tyrande. They're just not. They're trying to learn how to heal, and they're playing one of the more difficult healers in the game. So it's not that scary. If Anduin was the primary tutorial healer, and Tyrande was the I've learned how to play the game and now I'm going to play Tyrande healer, I would put her way up at the top, because that owl provides crazy vision, great utility. She can output good numbers on her heals. She does fantastic damage. The problem is, she's got to stand close to the fight, getting her auto attacks off, and that puts her at risk. If you're a new player, you don't know how much risk you're putting yourself in, and so you just get doinked and deleted. Oh, hey, Broken Cup. Fancy seeing you here. Please, Janitor, if you're here, Heroes of the Storm dev team, if you're listening, please change it so that Anduin is the tutorial healer. Anduin is the baby-free healer. Please, 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 please. I think he suits that slot perfectly. Tyrande does not. No, absolutely not. Tyrande was actually the first hero that I played way back in the day, but she's changed since then. She's completely different. Not good for babies. Not good for babies. Anduin, great for babies. Anduin teaches you basically everything you need to know about being a healer. Tyrande teaches you how to play an auto attack assassin. Not good. No. I don't know. I don't know why she's still the introduction healer. It's bananas. Maybe you could argue her initial design was pretty okay for a starting healer, but now, no, not anymore. No. Absolutely not. Uther. Ugh. Remember, the enemy team's Uther is always better than yours. preempting the damage with his armor, sustaining his team with his W, getting those stuns in, walking right into your team and disabling the most important hero of your combo. The enemy team Uther is always better than yours. Oh my god. Because it feels like when Uther is on your team, you're struggling all the time. But when Uther's on the enemy team, it feels like they're just unkillable. Do not like playing against him. His heals aren't the best. That armor is crazy good. An Uther that knows what to watch out for is an Uther that can keep his team alive through just about anything. Yeah, it's crazy. He's a very strong hero. He's very strong. I wish I liked playing him. I don't like playing him. But I wish I did, because he is crazy good. Really tough to punch through. Valeera. So, I'm going to put her really high. Hold on, wait. Hold on. Stop. Settle down. Let me explain. I'm putting her up here, not because she's hard to deal with. Not because she's a crazy good, strong, powerful hero. I'm putting her up here because when I play quick match and she's on the enemy team, my team forgets she exists. She's gone. She goes invisible. She disappears off the minimap. Might as well not exist. Oh my god. Object permanence. Who would have thought that's a skill you need to maintain? I am constantly surprised that people do not understand how to play against Valeera. Do you know how to ping? I know you know how to ping. I know people know how to ping. People spam ping all the time when they're upset. All you have to do to beat Valeera is ping her location. Or ping that she's missing. That's all you gotta do. You gotta point at her and go, there she is. There she is. There's Valeera. And she's just like countered. You just hit her when she's invisible. She can't do her crazy initiate stuff. Ugh. So frustrating. So frustrating. She's not here because she's particularly good. She's here because players are particularly bad. I should stipulate. I should be clear. When I say HOTS players are bad, what I'm not saying is most people play video games for fun. Most people play video games for themselves. And most people don't really care if they win. And so, most people don't really care if they get caught out or get blown up or whatever. They don't care. They just want to play the video game. They just want to have a good time. And so, they're not really trying, you know? Does that make them bad? Yes. Are they bad people? No, they're just playing a video game. But that's why Valeera is high. Is because people don't care. And that's not a shot against them. You're allowed to not care. It's a fucking video game. But that's the reality of the situation. If you're not activated, if your almonds aren't rattling around in your brain cage, you're gonna get got. I'd like to think that people are a little bit active and aware. But I'm disappointed a lot. You never know what people are looking for. You never know what people are watching. Vala. Ugh. Super small, super fast, high damage. Lots of cooldowns. Very scary. It is pretty easy to be above average with a Vala. Specifically because of that move speed. That move speed does a lot of work for this hero. Her hatred stacks. For sure, for sure. She does a ton of damage. She's hard to pin down because she's super fast. She's not as hard to pin down as, like, well, you know, Samuro. She's harder to pin down than Hanzo, I would say. Tons of damage. Fairly easy to get good with. I'd rather not play against her. She'll tear through She'll tear through people. With all that damage. Oh yeah, she will. Varian. Honestly, I'm kind of ambivalent. I'm kind of okay either way. I respect a Varian. I know what he's capable of. Staying away from the taunt Varian can be difficult. Watching for the smash Varian is pretty easy. And then there's Twin Blades. But yeah, it's Twin Blades. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Broken Cub. Enemy Varians. Honestly, you never know what a Varian's going to do until he does it. So having the first 2 minutes be a little bit free because he doesn't have any skills is nice when he's on the other team. When he goes Twin Blades, it's kind of nice because you can fight that. You can fight that. That's not super scary. Colossus Smash, he can burst you, but you can burst him. Taunt Varian is pretty chunky, hard to kill, but needs his team. So while he's very flexible and he's a very capable hero, you can't do it alone. Even if you're Twin Blades, you can't do it alone. So it's kind of, it could go either way, at least for me. He's a king, not a war chief. Whitemane, oh god, fuck this hero. I hate playing against Whitemane. If you don't have a poke team, she is a nightmare. Her team just won't die. Her output is insane. Whereas, like, Medivh and Oriel can deny picks with their skills. Whitemane just has the raw numbers to keep her team alive. They might not have a lot of health by the end of it, but they will be alive, and your team will be dead. She eats cooldowns. Yum, 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 yum. She just eats your cooldowns. Crazy good healer. I don't want to fight her. Zul is free. Yrel. No, I'm just kidding. Zul also power crept, I think. I don't think he's that great. He needs a little something extra. He kind of just walks towards the team and then walks away from the team. He doesn't really do anything. Summon skeletons? You gotta be in lane for that. He's got the anti-heal at 20. That's pretty nice. His summons can slow if you pick the right talent. That's okay. He doesn't really have great damage. His E is nice. Sets up fights real easy. It's a big loud noise that takes a while to activate. That gets people's attention. But he's free stacks. Yrel. I'm not really scared of Yrels. They kind of exist. Her whole shtick is that she doesn't die. She can do okay damage. She can be pretty tanky. She just doesn't really do anything. She's just kind of there. That's a skill to have. It's a cool trick to do. To keep people's attention and just stay alive forever. But what if the enemy, what if you just walk away from her? What if you just leave? Then what? Come fight me in my lane. I will not die. No. I don't know. She just seems like a very big damage sponge. Zagara. Very annoying. Would I say super annoying? No. She falls off at like level 7. Strong early game. Zagara's very strong early. I pick Zagara when someone on my team picks Medivh because I think they sort of complement each other. Because Zagara kind of has consistent damage. Medivh has consistent damage. Medivh needs to stack his quest. Zagara needs to push the lane, which enables Medivh to stack his quest. They're not a fantastic damage combo together, but I think they enable each other. Yeah, I don't really... I'm not, like, super concerned about a Zagara. You just have to doink her a couple of times early game. Zarya. I have such a soft spot for Zarya. I love that hero. Shame she kinda sucks. She's great in ARAM. God, I love playing her in ARAM. I'll take her almost every chance I get. Not so great in the real game. Can work incredibly well on a team that knows that they're going to have a Zarya. But if you're quick match Zarya-ing, it's gonna be a struggle. And if you're quick match Zarya-ing and you wind up on the other team, well, your hero is made to take damage, so you're going to want to step into all of the damage spells, which means that the other team can stack off of you. So I really like it when Zarya's on the other team, because it's free stacks. Hi, Dagger. Yeah, I wish she wasn't categorized as a support. I mean, she clearly is, but she's not a bruiser. She's not like a ranged assassin. She's not a melee assassin. What is she? What is Zarya? What are you? You're not a healer. Like, support is accurate, but you're more than that, but you're not quite anything else. I don't know. I would put her as a ranged assassin, to be perfectly honest. I got such a soft spot for Zarya. But it also doesn't even have anything to do with Zarya in Heroes of the Storm. It's specifically because back in my Overwatch days, when I played Overwatch on the PlayStation, I had a buddy, and he would play Zarya, and I would play Mercy, and we were unkillable. We just wouldn't die. Every time I needed a bubble, it would appear on me. It didn't matter where he was. He just found me and bubbled me, and it was crazy. That was a good time. I haven't spoken to him in years. I wonder if he still plays PlayStation. Anyways. Zeratul. Fuck this guy. Fuck you. Fuck you, Zeratul. Go away, Zeratul. Hard to lock down. Tons of damage. Can carry a team. And just snipe one of your backline if you're not careful. Crazy damage combo with this guy. Thankfully, high skill ceiling, or high skill floor. Unless you're Yuki and you just use Q build all the time. You little rat. Calling you out, Yuki. Calling you out. Try the real build, you little Q build rat. You gotta win like the ogre. With Zeratul, you gotta win hard, fast, and early, because he's a late game nightmare. Very weak early. Very, very weak up until like level 10, and then he's got some tricks. A lot of heroes in the game can be beaten if you just win as soon as possible. But people don't do that. For the aforementioned reasons. Just go back a couple of minutes. Zul'jin, I do not like playing against a Zul'jin. Because my team takes too much damage for free. I do like now that he is punished for dying by losing a couple of stacks. I don't think it's changed all that much. Zul'jins will still just lock in and trade damage all the time, which, I mean, that's his job. That's what you do. And usually the amount of stacks you lose are made up for in the time it takes to kill him. So, like, it's not like a huge loss. If you're bad and losing, it sucks for Zul'jin. If you're decent and dying, it's fine. It's whatever. Yes. If you win the games, you'll win more games than you lose. Yes. Yes. These are all duplicates, so... Oh, well.
Yeah.
These are duplicates, so we're not doing those. Zul'jin ugh. Ugh 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 ugh. Anyways. Let's see if I second guess any of these decisions. Oriel, Brightwing, nope, these are the most annoying heroes. For me, anyways. I do not like playing against these ones at all, whatsoever. None. Not because they're particularly good, or, because they're particularly dangerous, but because of who they are, the way they are, or what they do to my team, or because my team doesn't know how to deal with them. That's why. When I say my team, I'm saying randoms, the quick match randoms. Because I can say all the words that I want, but if someone has the chat off, it doesn't fucking matter. Yeah, I don't like playing against these guys. I'd rather not play against these guys. I'd rather not. Yeah, but there's an IQ test. Vikings is also an IQ test. Zagara is a great early game, and that can win a lot of games in and of itself. Muradin's very capable. Nubrak has a ton of crowd control. Anduin's very capable. Kel'Thuzad, even a bad one, can get lucky. Tyrael can eat a lot of cooldowns. Uther can eat a lot of cooldowns. Diablo can eat a lot of cooldowns. Ragnaros is oppressive in the right hands. Hammer's stupid. That seems about right. Heroes that are just fine against. Yeah, the average Alarak ain't that scary. She's just numbers. She's raw healing numbers. Blaze is fine. These are all just fine. Actually, you know what? You're going down one. Yeah, this seems about right. I kind of don't have strong feelings one way or another about any of these heroes. Facing them in quick match, anyways. Same with the Ana. You know what? I'm actually going to put her up one. Yeah. Yeah, that seems about right. Cho'Gall, I actually like fighting the Cho'Galls. I don't think he's an easy hero to fight against, but I like fighting against him because he requires that you have good fundamentals. Illidan can go either way. Illidan is either a non-entity, or he's really, 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 really good. High highs and low lows. You'd put Alex lower? I wanted to, but that ultimate, that Lifebinder ultimate on a 50-second cooldown is kind of crazy. That's a lot of healing very often. For an ultimate, you'll have that up every team fight and some change. These all look pretty good to me. Exactly. Exactly, Saruki. Exactly. You're either prepared or you're not. Oh. Even though I just said it, I'll say it again. Piggy Lord. He's not easy, but a lot of people play Cho'Gall because they want the free win. Which means, if you know how to play Heroes of the Storm, you can beat Cho'Gall. You can beat him, because you need to have more XP than him, which means you have to have good fundamentals. You need to not throw your life away needlessly. You need to soak all of the lanes. You need to get the camp timings right. You need to be together for the team fights. You just need to have really good fundamentals, and I find that very engaging. You're not allowed to make a mistake against the Ogre. Not allowed. No, no, no. No mistakes. I like that. And that's why he's here. That's why I don't mind matching into a Cho'Gall. Because I am prepared to show no mercy for the Ogre. My teammates, if they're randoms, I can't say, because I don't know. I can't read minds. But if I'm on a stack, any sort of stack, I am absolutely prepared to lead the charge against the Ogre. Because he's so, like, it's just so clear what you have to do to beat him. You need to get bigger than the Ogre, and then you need to stay bigger than the Ogre, and then you need to win the game with no mercy. That's how you beat Cho'Gall. And a lot of Cho'Galls win their games because people just don't commit to that. They just don't. They just don't. They throw their lives away. They don't soak the lanes. They don't get the camp timings. They never show up to the team fights. They just don't do that. They're either habituated into that or they just don't know. I know. So I like playing against the Ogre. And these heroes are where they should be. I don't mind matching into these heroes at all. Artanis gives me stacks. Azmodan sucks. Butcher gives me stacks. Diva gives me stacks. Falstad picks W build for some reason. Gazel's not that threatening. Lily, you can burst through her heals. Malfurion just sucks. Nova just sucks. Tyranda's hard to play. Zul. And Zarya is in this weird nebulous place where she doesn't really fit into anything. Oh, there she is. Yeah, that seems about right. I would probably split the Cho'Gall guide up into 2. We'll see. I haven't thought about it. I got a lot to think about. I got some stuff written down. In the meantime, I'm going to link Friend's Stukov video again. Just because. Just because. Show a little love for other HOTS content creators. Yeah. He's got a bunch of stuff, and he does some guides too. Again, if you want the hero deep dives, if you want the deep dive heroes more well-researched, more factual, and less just me talking out of my ass, then I'm gonna need some love. I'm gonna need some love. I got a Patreon, I got YouTube channel memberships, there's donations for the chat, and once I reach that threshold that's up on the screen there, then I'll take the time to do one. Because I can't really afford to do that, to be perfectly honest. I need to keep cranking these guides out to have good consistency. So I need a little sugar. I need a little incentive. Gonna be totally honest. Trying to make this a job. Can't just live for free. That said, you're not obligated. Just putting it out there. Other than that, do check out my other channel if you like video games that aren't HOTS. It's not going to be... It's a little all over the place. A whole bunch of different games. I have quite eclectic tastes. But if you like listening to game reviews or video game videos, then, I mean, that's what it's trying to be. That's what it's going to be. I'm releasing my backlog of reviews onto there every week. And then once those are done, then they'll start getting new content. But I mean, some of you haven't seen that stuff yet, so there you go. Links all over the channel to the new one, including into the video description. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's okay. I have to say it. I have to say it. It makes me uncomfortable to ask for money, but that's part of the job. That's what I have to do. So I'm just going to say it, and I'm just going to leave it there. Check out the other channel. That's also great for supporting me. What else? Should have another Heroes Guide next week. And then that's the end of my current schedule list. So I'll have to think of something else. I'll have to think of some other things. I'll cross that bridge on Thursday. Anyways, thanks y'all for coming. Thanks for hanging out, talking about heroes. Always a good time. I am going to go do the rest of my day. I'll catch you guys later. See ya.